True friendship isn't about avoiding conflict, it's about handling them with love and respect. My name is Cindy.
And I am Jiro, and this is Tangle. Welcome to Tango. Today we'll be discussing when the tango turns into a tangle. Almost see rhymes. Basically, we'll be talking about conflicts in friendships and why they happen. So let me paint you a picture. Cindy, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Cindy, you and I are best friends, right?
Are you sure?
It's just I'm painting a picture.
I'm just asking.
Alright, so we are best friends, right? And then anytime it's my birthday, you make a big deal out of it, right? You are all about birthdays. You try to plan surprises. I think everybody on your contacts even knows that, oh, Cindy has a friend called Jiro who's having a birthday this week. So it's like a whole month thing, right? And then when your own birthday comes around, sometimes I forget and I don't even, it's not a big deal to me, right? So the energy is not at the same level. So at some point you start feeling hot.
Birthdays are not a big deal to you, or you just feel like my own birthday is not a big deal.
So generally, it's a habit. Yeah.
Birthdays are not just a big
deal
to you. Okay.
And then suddenly you start, over time you start feeling hurt, and then you start distancing yourself from me. And then I realized that, oh, something is wrong. Probably we don't talk the way we used to, or the energy I get each time I try to have a conversation with you is, is cold. And then I decide to finally ask you, Cindy, what's up? Why this cold shoulder? And then you tell me that, oh, the reason why you're upset is because you always go above and beyond for me on my birthdays, and now it's your turn. I do the barest minimum.
But the barest minimum is not just to me, it's to everybody around you.
Yes. And then I now go forward to say, it's not a big deal. You're overthinking this thing. And then it infuriates you the more. And it leads to a scuffle.
So I'm going to ask, are you sure you guys are best friends? I'm asking because if I know my best friend has a particular character or trait, or has a unique style of doing things, then I should know that birthdays are not a thing for her, and I shouldn't put her on a high. No, I shouldn't place it high on her head, knowing it's unfair to even demand that from her, knowing fully well that she doesn't see birthdays as a big thing, right? So you know that's how she is. You should accept her. Maybe you feel like over time a little bit of emotion towards it would be welcome. You just feel like maybe over time she would have changed, making a compromise for you, knowing fully well how much you care about it. But I don't think it should really be a big deal that is infuriates the other best friend.
So I have seen real life situations whereby excuse me, birthdays have actually caused a big fight amongst friends, right? Because in my head, in some people's head rather, it is they give this this notion that, don't you see how I go out for you, right? I want to be celebrated that way as well.
So that's your definition of love.
It's not the definition of love.
Oh, that's your definition.
But it's
of
how
friendship.
I want to. It's how I want my birthdays to. So there's some people that birthdays are very important to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they see it as a huge milestone, and then they really like to celebrate. Probably that's the only time they get to celebrate in the whole year.
And as it should be, you're seeing another year of your life. But let me use myself as an example. I don't post, right? I do not post. And if you're just meeting me and our relationship is new, maybe say it's 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 years, it's still on that level, you might be a bit confused, because to me, posting you doesn't count as me loving you, or me. My enemy can post me just because you feel like, right now it seems like, oh, if you don't post the person, you don't like the person. Me posting you doesn't mean that I love you, I care about you, and vice versa. Like me not posting. But to some people, if you don't post them on their birthday, it's a problem. In fact, they have a record, they have a log. Funke posted Nikki. Titi did not post Nikki. I will not post it on her own birthday. But for me, posting is not a thing. Now, if you're my friend and you just met me newly and you realize that, I did not post you on your birthday, and you get upset with me, I will let you be upset because I know that you don't know the type of person that I am. But as time goes, people that I've been friends with over a decade know that I do not post. Me, if you even see me post you, like, that's really strange because it's not my style. I have my own way of showing you that I am your friend, I love you, and I care about you. Posting is not it for me. So what is that other person doing other than carrying the birthday on her head?
Mind you, remember the picture I painted didn't say posting alone.
Yeah, but I'm just giving an example.
Celebrating in general. There's some people that when it's your birthday, it's just like any other day, right? There's nothing special about it. As a matter of fact, they may not even, probably a phone call or just a happy birthday text and they move on. But then when it's your own birthday, probably I throw you a surprise party, right? I get you gifts. So I feel like the energy is 100 here and it's basically 0 here.
Okay, but this person that does not, return her energy on your birthday, she's like that with every other person. Have you found out why? So because it's not, in as much as it's not abnormal, but it's also not normal. So have you tried to find out why doesn't she celebrate people on their birthday?
Another thing I think you should take note of. When I painted this picture, right, I rounded off with a conversation between you and I, where I'm telling you that, this is the reason why I'm upset, and then you shove my feelings aside. It's not a big deal. I think that also is a problem in many friendships because it's like you're invalidating my feelings.
Yes.
Do you get? So you are invalidating my feelings. You might be right in your own way that, I am like this is my person. But if you are a true friend, you should be able to empathize and see where she is coming from and not just shove her feelings outside and say, you're overreacting now. It's not that deep.
There's so many factors to this. One, that friendship can be fresh. When you see a friendship that is, new, these things, tend to happen. I feel there's a way to walk around it. I won't be upset. Maybe it does. Maybe it's
of course it's you. It's Cindy.
Maybe because that's how I am. But I won't be upset.
Okay, so
because if I'm calling you my best friend, then we've been there.
Yeah. So I want to talk about some common causes of conflicts in friendship, and I will start with miscommunication. Misunderstandings can easily occur when friends fail to, communicate effectively, leading to assumptions and people getting their feelings hurt. And this assumption of a thing, it's a very big deal. Something will happen, there'll be silence for a while, and then the next thing, this party is assuming, and this party starts acting based on their assumption, and this other one starts reacting based on this one's actions, based on that one's assumption. So it's really, really a lot. And the next thing, so by the time you now bring them together and say, okay, what really is the issue? This one will say, this is what happened. And this one will be like, this is not what happened. But I assumed. So miscommunication is one of the greatest causes of conflicts in friendships.
Yeah, and then when you let miscommunication linger for too long, then different expectations arise because you have not communicated what you expect from this person. You begin to have different expectations from that person. Emphasis on silent expectations. You just believe, but you should know now.
Yeah.
Or you should know
they better. Expect you to read their mind.
Yeah, but you never communicated it. And once you don't communicate, it then leads to, different expectations from both parties.
Yeah, so another thing is jealousy and competition, whether we like it or yes. Jealousy and competitions occur in friendships.
I don't agree.
It happens.
That's not friendship.
It happens. Well, that's what you would say. It's not friendship, but these people are friends, whether you like it or not. And guess what? Jealousy is a normal thing. As long as you are human, at some point, there's a tendency that you get jealous. But it now becomes a problem when you act on your jealousy. I mean, Cindy, you want them that there is no point in life where something has happened and you've not felt, jealousy.
With my friend?
Yes.
No.
What is jealousy?
So that's the thing. I don't even think I can define it. I'm not a jealous person. And I had this conversation with someone years ago. And he says, how can you say you're not a jealous person even in relationship? So he didn't agree with me. But in friendship...
I still don't agree with you.
In friendship, I'm not a jealous person. Maybe because of the type of relationship I have with people that I call my friends.
Not being a jealous. So the thing now is not being a jealous person. Is ever experiencing the feeling of jealousy. So you may experience the feeling of jealousy. Doesn't mean you act on it. It may come and you just push yourself.
When you say experience feeling of jealousy, so something has happened for my friend and she has come to tell me.
And then there's a part of you that wished, this was me. That's jealousy.
Yes,
but acting jealousy. Out on it, that is where it is now a problem. Some people say, my friend, I jealous you. People say it. And of a truth, they really wish, I wish I were that person in that position. But then it comes and goes quickly.
So I've never experienced that.
Anyway.
No, I'm serious. So my very close friend will say, Cindy, I think sometimes you're too content. I don't know if that's a negative.
So I don't think
feel, it doesn't come to my head. It doesn't come to, yes, I've experienced it, maybe other people. If I tell you something and I catch it, I've made a mental note in my head to not maybe share as much. But there are people that have been around me for years that your win is my win. Jealousy doesn't even come at all. Maybe because I've been on this journey with you and I understand. That feeling doesn't come to me.
So you don't ever wish,
no,
this would be good too for me?
No, we have different journeys. At least people that are my friends. When I say friends, you're actually my friend. If I hear something, I know how long you've been pursuing that thing. So when I finally hear it, I'm happy.
What if it's something that you didn't pursue for a long time?
It doesn't matter how long you've pursued it for, but I know that if you are going after it, it is something that is important and you really, really need it.
What if you didn't go after it? It just happened.
And it just happened, but then that's fine. We have an inside joke of you better pray this thing clicks for me so that I can, it's just an inside joke that we share amongst ourselves. We're happy that this is happening.
So I don't want us to linger on this for too long. So I think that the concept of jealousy, first of all, it's not that I'm not happy for you.
You can be happy for somebody and be jealous for the same person at the same time.
So when they say jealous, when they say even God is a jealous God, jealousy is not a bad. It's not a bad emotion. It's not a bad emotion at all.
Depends on how you react.
Yes, it's what's your reaction towards that emotion that makes it right or wrong, right? So jealousy, I just putting out there, I don't believe that you've never felt that way. Except you're not human, because even the person that created us is a jealous person. Except you have just not really paid attention to that emotion, right? But it must come up.
Why do people get jealous?
Why do people get jealous? It's an emotion.
Yeah,
see, why do you feel pain?
Because you're hot.
Why do you smile? Why do you experience joy?
Because you're happy.
Why do you feel jealous?
That's what I'm asking.
Because probably you want something or you admire something. When you admire something, you get jealous.
Really?
Yes.
I don't agree. Please, I'd like to know people's view on this. When you admire something, you get jealous. That's interesting.
Yes,
I'd like to know people's
it
view
is.
on
But moving
that.
on quickly, some other causes of conflicts in friendships are neglect and lack of attention.
Yes.
Yeah. So when a friend is feeling ignored or undervalued, it can cause a rift, especially if they feel like they are putting in so much effort in the friendship and they're not.
Have you heard of low budget friends?
Well, enlighten me, please.
Okay. So I think I'm an example of a low budget friend. I don't need you to check up on me every day or every week. I just need you to be there, right? But there are certain people that they value you checking up on them, you guys hanging out.
Yeah.
If I don't hang out with you in a month or 2 months, that's fine. It doesn't mean that there's a problem. That's because I'm a low budget friend.
So I think when people feel ignored or undervalued, I don't think it has to do with the number of times they're being checked up on. I feel like it can be that, for significant milestones in my life, you never put the effort to come. So we may not see each other for a whole year, but probably you know that at the end of the year, I always try to do a get together to connect with my friends. And the first year, you did not show up. You say, I have XYZ. Second year, third year. But when it's your own event or the things that matter to you, I always show up.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not, I'm going to feel a certain kind of way because I feel like, there are other things that are important, but I chose you to be there for you. It doesn't have to happen all the time, but there has to be an effort.
Okay, so there are two ways to viewing this neglect and inattention. For some people, the fact that you're not just there.
No, some people like to be micro-babied. Yes, there's a word like that.
In your face.
Yes.
And I find it exhausting.
Yeah, it is exhausting.
I find it very exhausting. Like, no, I can't do this. I can't. We will not last.
So I think another cause of conflict is different expectations. Friends may have different expectations regarding the level of support. And I think this is really a thing because...
Wait. This different expectation. We've not even talked about, is your friend truly your friend? Are you your friend's friend? That's a major thing.
I think that's one question everybody should sit down
and ask themselves. Are you your friend's friend?
In this friendship?
Yes.
You know when Harry Song sang the song, even your boo, get a boo.
Yeah.
Even your best friend has her own best friend.
Exactly. Are you the both of you have to be on the same page, because truly, if you're on the same page, some of these things can be avoided. But these things arise when two people are not on the same page or on the type or the level of friendship they share. So one person probably thinks like, I'm up here with this person. Well, no, the other person thinking at you like, man, you're bottom there, like you're bottom. And then this issue starts arising because you feel like, but I'm this person, but this person doesn't view you in that. So that's a very, very important comment. Sometimes step back and look properly and tell yourself the truth. Most times, as human beings, we know the answer deep down, but we just don't want to believe that.
It is what it is.
But my dear, sometimes you actually have to take a step back and look at it carefully. Yeah. And then maybe you realize that I'm actually not this person's friend, or the friendship is not at the same level. Maybe it will take a while for the other person to meet you at that level, but you will have to just wait. Yeah. And until it gets to that level, then you can proceed.
Yeah. So I really just want us to move on to tips for resolving conflicts. But before we do that, these are 3 other causes of conflicts in friendships. Number 1, betrayal and broken trust. Right? Don't talk about that. It is what it is. Betrayals, and when trust is broken, it affects friendships and even leads to conflicts. Life changes, major life changes such as moving, maybe to another city, another country, marriage, changing jobs, can alter the dynamics of friendships and even cause tension if not properly managed. I mean, I've heard people say, ever since she got married, she do like say, now you first married. Some people don't keep friends that are not married. Yeah. They do it though, because I've seen people that because they are married, they feel their circle has changed. You level up. So yes, I remember when I was planning to get married, my friend I worked then, God rest her soul, remember the day she looked at me and said, if you like, when you don't marry finish, show me now, I don't be your friend. So I told her, I said, no, I'm not that kind of person. And it was such a beautiful experience to see that the friendship even blossoms after marriage, because she got married the following year. And then also values and beliefs can also be a reason for conflicts. When people have different lifestyles. That thing is a thing. It is a thing. Yeah, when you expect your friend to lead a certain lifestyle because you feel, this is the lifestyle that I am leading, and your friend is leading the opposite direction.
Imagine this economy.
Do you get
a book chart of Singapore 2024?
When small, you never think
adding me to a group chat of single. I don't understand.
Yeah. So let's quickly talk about the tips for resolving conflicts. Cindy, do you want to help us?
Open communication.
Yeah.
I think communication is so important in every area and aspect of our lives. It is the number one tip. Communication. Communicate.
Never assume.
Communicate. Never assume. Never assume. If you're not, so I don't talk a lot, right? Something might happen and I won't address it on the spot at that particular time, and that's because I feel like emotions are high. Even if we're talking, no one is comprehending between the both of us because we both want to be heard at that time. So I tend to give a bit of time, space, let one person calm down. So by the time I'm coming or talking to you, you're actually comprehending, you're actually listening to what I'm saying. But communicate. It cannot be overemphasized. Communicate.
Yeah. Another tip for resolving conflict is empathy.
Yes.
You need to be empathetic. You need to put yourself in the other person's shoes for you to better understand the emotions they are feeling or why they are feeling the way they are feeling. If you are able to empathize with the person, you see from the person's point of view.
Yeah. I'm a very big empath. In fact, I empathize with people that don't deserve it. I'm serious. But I just can't help myself. I would empathize with you because that's just who I am. Anyways, apologize and forgive. Be willing to apologize when wrong and forgive when hurt. Put your pride aside. And also put your pride aside to receive the apology.
Also, we need to set boundaries. You see, when it comes to the topic of friendship, you cannot do without setting boundaries, because if you do not set boundaries, anything goes. And trust me, you don't want to have a relationship where anything and everything goes. Boundaries, you need to establish clear boundaries to prevent misunderstandings.
There's some friendships that don't have boundaries. They just
garbage in, garbage out.
So some people, that's the foundation of their relationship. If you want to start establishing the boundaries, now like let me this one starts.
So it may work for a while, but you cannot be an island for a long time. For example, if you and I have a relationship where there are no boundaries, I can just barge in on you, very, very any kind of people. The moment, imagine I get into a relationship, and then probably I want to get married, and my partner is like, which one is this one now? Please, I want. Not everybody will take it.
Yes, when the person is in a relationship, obviously the person that lacks boundaries automatically has common sense. Even you yourself, you are shocked. But the foundation of that relationship is the both of you lack boundaries when it comes to. I saw something on Jay's page. You know, friends that will come to your house, you not turn on the AC.
I saw it too.
This is hot now. Me that I'm sitting inside, I don't know it's hot. You turn on the AC for you, they open your blinds for you. They open
check the fridge.
So people like that, and I was reading through the comment section. They said sometimes when they leave, you now miss them, but when they are not, well, they are just like that. Someone like that obviously would know that. Oh, when my friend is married, I can't just enter the house. In fact, the way they will be so respectful in front of your spouse, like
you go shock you.
Yeah, maybe your husband is saying, "How is your friend is calm?" Like, if only you knew. So for some people, lack of boundaries is the foundation of their friendship. But in an ideal, situation, clear, strong, clear boundaries in that order. Yes.
Yeah, guys, please take notes aggressively. Boundaries. And I think I really want to wrap this off with invest in your friendships, right? Make a conscious effort to show appreciation and maintain the friendship. We said it the last time that whatever you do not water does not grow. And also, if you want your friendships to be, conflict free, you need to.
Can it really be conflict free?
No. Conflict is sacrosanct to human relationships.
Sacrosanct.
Please. But you get the drift. It is a natural thing. There must be conflict. But how you resolve it. So I would like to say this, that conflicts are inevitable, but combat is optional. That is to say, that is to say that conflicts are a natural part of life, and while conflicts will happen, we can choose or must choose how to respond to them. We can choose not to escalate the situation into a full-blown argument or fight. Instead of engaging in combat, friends can opt for open and respectful communication to address and resolve their differences.
I think what I would say is, we've spoken about boundaries, we've spoken about, investing. And I think the biggest one for me is forgiveness.
Yeah.
You would forgive over and over again. Maybe not over and over again, but there will come a time when something of importance or significance has happened and you feel like I'm done.
Yeah.
Learn to forgive. Yes, the relationship might not go back to what it used to be. But if at all, it should be on the path of being rebuilt.
Yeah.
Learn to forgive, because see, life is funny. Tomorrow it might be you.
Yeah.
And you'll just be wishing like, oh, I wish you could just understand me. So learn to forgive. I'm not a fan of, I will cut her off. I beg, I can live without him, I can live without her. Cut. No, learn to forgive. Yeah, the access or whatever was there before might not be how it used to be.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be dead. Yeah, there are situations that comfort with dead, or don't get me. But yeah, learn to forgive.
Well, but I would really say this. Thank you guys for staying with us. Do not forget to share this podcast with your friends and follow us across our social media platforms at _this is Tango. And on YouTube, we are at Talk with Tangle. And until next time, keep dancing through life with a smile. I am Chiru.
This Tinuke's economy.
Oh God. And she's Cindy.
And I'm Cindy.
And this is Tango.